Okay, I will admit that I have no idea what I want to do now. Because if I look at my journal, I mean, I'm used to being driven by goals, but the problem is that most of what I want to do... Actually, I mean, it seems like recovering my journal has just disappeared. So, I don't know if I'm ever going to see anything of that. So I guess it's just going to be a matter of cleaning up a bunch of different miscellaneous things. So, I think the first thing I want to clean up is killing Grosshook. Because I probably can pull that off now that I've got Ignis and Dakon in my party. So, let's find an entrance. Actually, while I'm thinking about it, I should be looking for the print shop, I think. Yep. So, where would the print shop be hiding? Okay, so... Slating... Intellectual lusts. Huh. I saw that name and thought, okay, probably don't want to mess with it, but now, maybe not. Maybe I do want to check that out later. Ah, well. We'll see what happens. Meanwhile, let's get over to the other part of the ward and see what we can find. Yay for Dakon being quick. Okay, so he's hiding over in this part of the map, if I'm not mistaken, about over here. Actually, real quick. Okay, so what do you know? So, Tongues of Flame, so... Alright. There's 2 level. Okay, so this is basically Magic Missile, but fire, by the looks of it. And this is... Okay, so that's an AoE thing, and what the hell is going on there? I'm not sure I want to know. Ignis, where the hell are you? Ignis? Oh, wait. Okay, there you are. You must have taken the long way. Yay, AI being dumb! It's so much fun. So, real quick, let's also take a look at your spellbook to make sure I know what you can cast. Okay, power of 1. Let's see. Increase target strength. Okay. Ooh, you have another... But yeah, you did learn a bunch of different spells now. Okay, so Rain of Anger. Okay, so a Magic Missile. And then... Okay, stop it, Ignis. You're creeping me out. Submerge the Will. Okay, so this is a defensive protection spell. Okay, I like that sound at least. Even if I'm not sure about the other stuff. Okay, so let's go through this again. Okay.
Updated my journal.
Let's see. Okay, let's do this. Okay, select spell. Oh boy, you have even more than that. I'll have to check later. Okay, so then... Rain of Anger on him. Huh? You approached the You approach the location of the portal that the boy Laszlo spoke of. You begin to replay your conversation with him in your head. Maybe the secret to getting in is to not want to get in, you hear yourself say. Let's not see to that yet, because I want to see how this turns out. Okay, so you always throw ranged attacks. Okay, someone's hitting properly, but I have no idea who. Okay, let's throw more Tongues of Flame, I guess. Okay. Slowly whittling down, Morty. Actually, you can cast a protection spell, can't you? Ooh, I can hurt him. Okay, good. Also, Morty, you could probably use some help. Where did I get that? I'll have to look later. There's so much to this game. Why? Okay. Fiery Rain? That doesn't sound fun. That's not something I want to use on myself. He did, Jim. Okay, I managed to do it. Cool. Now let's go talk to Sebastian. That reminds me, where is he? Around here? Oh, there's the print shop. Let's stop by here real quick first.
Done. All right.
Okay. I assume you're the one who I need to talk to. You see a thin, stooped man hunched over a desk, scribbling on a piece of paper. His hair is thinning and drab, drawn back into a ponytail, and thin spectacles adorn his hooked nose. His age could be anywhere from his early 20s to his late 40s. He doesn't look up as he speaks to you. What do you want? Make it quick. Yes, Giltspur asked me to deliver a handbill to you so you can print up 100 copies. He takes the handbill from you, looks it over and say, I'll have it for him later. Go tell him. He turns back to his desk. Alright then, I'll let that be that. Meanwhile, let's go talk to Sebastian and then I can go contemplate what else I want to do. Oh, what's over here? Godsman Guard. That might be something I need to be a Harmonium officer to talk about. Or to know much about. Hard to say. Sebastian smiles as you approach. Good day, Cutter. Have you completed your quest? Yes, and I've come for what is due me. One moment, please, Cutter. Sebastian reaches into his robe and removes a small crystal ball. He gazes into it for a moment before returning his attention to you. I cannot thank you enough, Cutter. I shall live up to my part of the bargain. Are you ready? Yes. Charisma +2. Nice. It is done, Cutter. Once again, I thank you. Sebastian bows deeply to you. Thank you and farewell, Sebastian.
Updated my journal.
Cool, level up. I think I heard a level up from me as well, so let's check the statistics sheet. Nope. Okay, so your mage is improving. Nice. Okay. Alright, let's take a look at your spellbook. Okay. Can't use the Axe of Torment yet. Can use another one of these. Right in the ankle is pretty powerful. Let's put another one of that. And I remember the ice knife that the Cranium Rats threw out was rather nasty, so we'll check that out as well. Now, what was that about
I'm gone.
Approaching this? Okay, let's investigate that. I have a feeling that'll end up taking up a good chunk of time, so let's get in there. Suppress any desire to enter the tower. Just let me go in. Thank you.
I'm gone.
And we're in. Who are you? I can talk to you? You see an iron creature. Its size is staggering. If it stood full height, it would shatter the roof of the siege tower. Thundering echoes rattle the walkway as the creature hammers away on its forge, and the smell of soot and ash fills the air. Greetings.
Updated my journal.
There is the screaming of metal on metal as the giant turns to face you. You suddenly realize the golem is built into the siege tower itself. Girders, pipes, and huge bracers running through its lower torso and into the walls, and the bottom portion of its body makes up the forge itself. What are you? I am iron given purpose. What purpose? I forge the implements by which the multiverse will be unmade. You mean forging weapons? That's your purpose? Metal is like flesh. Both carry potential in their veins. When tempered with heat and pressure, the potential surfaces. My purpose is to bring forth this potential. Allow its expression. Who do you make these weapons for? I forge them for the sake of entropy. They are pain seeking expression. What does entropy need weapons for? Beyond this tower, order rallies its legions. The multiverse heals its wounds. In time, its strength may equal entropy. The multiverse is your enemy? Why?
Updated my journal.
The multiverse breeds, it grows, it stagnates, it forges its change around the planes link by link. In time, even entropy may be chained. And you're opposed to chaining entropy? When a thing seals itself against its own destruction, it merely dies a different death. So you're saying immortality is just a different kind of death? Immortality is only a word. All that exists can die. You're saying you could forge a weapon to kill an immortal? Every living thing has a weapon against which it has no defense. Time, disease, iron, guilt. How do you know what weapon to use? One must know the enemy to forge such a weapon. And how do I do that? I sound like a 6-year-old. Start with the fragments of the enemy. A drop of blood. A crystallized thought. One of its hopes. All of these things tell the way it can die. What if your enemy strikes from a distance, from shadows, and never shows himself? Then that is the fragment of the enemy you must use. How? The actions of your enemy have told you much. Your enemy does not wish to engage you directly. That is a weakness. How do I exploit that? Confront your enemy directly. Take the battle to the enemy. You said that immortality was just a word, that all that lives can die. Could you make a weapon that could kill me? Yes. Really? How? I would need a drop of your blood. That is all. Perhaps another time. I had some other questions. Ask. Have you heard of a night hag named Ravel? The night hag sought to sunder this city. Her greatest works were those of unmaking. She walked the path of entropy. Do you know what happened to her?
Updated my journal.
Order set chains about her. She was cast within a cage. Do you know where this cage is? Her prison is unknown to me. What is this place? This tower is a siege engine. It exists to breach the walls between planes. If the siege tower can travel the planes, why do you remain here? The tower is trapped in this city. This city is a cage that it cannot breach. How did the siege tower get in the city in the first place? At one time, the tower laid siege to the plains. How I was brought here is not known to me. How I may escape is not known to me. You said the tower can breach planes. How?
Updated my journal.
The tower anchors itself upon a plane. A wound is torn in the multiverse when the bridge of the tower opens. Legions may pass from one plane to the other through the tower. When the plane has served entropy's purpose, the tower anchors itself again. What happened to the legions that have used the tower? Entropy has unmade them. And what happened to the planes the siege and tower invaded? Entropy has unmade them. I see. I want to go back through here real quick. Do I want to answer any of these? I don't know. What do I really believe here? And it's another moral question, and I like that they're posing these to me because I know that it'll affect... Well, I assume it'll in some way affect the ending. But... I know that there are multiple endings and your choices do matter, but... Except the death you seem to offer is violent and senseless, without meaning. All things have a common ground in decay. War is necessary. Death is necessary. Decay is necessary. And how much of this is too much? There are no limits. Limits are one of the links in the chain of order. Limits must be shattered. Even if death is the result, all must fall upon entropy's blade. The time nears when it will be necessary to breach the walls of creation. Order will be put to the sword. Its chains will be broken. The multiverse will be unmade. Sounds like it'll be a hell of a battle. Perhaps I'll see you there. Okay, so this is as much...
Done.
Okay, so... Is there anything else I can really get by being in here? I don't know. It's hard to say. Now, how do I get it? Okay, there's my way out. Oh dear. Come on, let me enter. Thank you. Okay, so that was interesting. Huh. I wonder if I could have gone in there. You know, I can't remember. I think the Abishai would have wanted to use it somehow, so it's probably for the best that the Abishai isn't going to be able to get into it now. Okay then, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to resolve the quest with the auctioneer, and then we're going to go check out what the Tattoo Parlor, or whatever it is, can do. Actually, wait. Isn't he back in here anyway, by the marketplace? Yeah, I'm pretty sure he is. Okay. I want to say he is. I want to say it was around here. Yes, here we are. Come on, how hard is it to get through here? That handbill is printed. It's printed? Terrific. I knew you were the man for the job. Here, take this message to Keldur of Durian at the Foundry. I'm sure he'll be glad to receive it, and you'll be glad of the 100 coins you get in return. Oh dear, I'm gonna be
Updated my journal.
doing fetch quests for this guy all day, aren't I? I mean, it's experience, so I don't care too much, but... Foundry, huh? What foundry? I mean, there's a warehouse there. I'm not sure. Actually, while I'm thinking about it, I think... Well... Do I want to head over to that area and try and resolve that quest? A few blocks directly south of the mortuary. Actually, wait. Well, let's find out. Let's just... Well, that... Oh, shoot. Where did I go? Shoot, that's not where I meant to be. Actually, wait. I might as well check here. Is there a foundry? No. Okay, so... I imagine the tenement of Thugs is what they meant. Wait, where have I seen the name Quatra? Aha! Do I want to give him this mysterious box? Ask her what's the worst that can happen.
Alright. Alright.
Here we are. Moving from box to box, this man seems to be totally immersed in counting boxes and scribbling results down on a piece of parchment. He looks annoyed as you interrupt him. What is it now? Can't you see I'm busy taking inventory? Go bother someone else. Okay, that's confusing. Do I still have the box? Okay, where did it go? Did I drop it at some point? Is it... Oh, shoot. Is it... Did I drop it back at the tomb? Shoot. I think I might have. Can't find it anywhere. Wasn't... Well, I guess I'm not gonna see what happens with that quest. Shoot. Well, probably for the best, though. What do I do with this, then? Because this is gonna be pestering me, and there doesn't seem to be an easy way of getting rid of it. I mean, where'd the strange box go? Ah, well, moving on. That's really odd. I did drop it somewhere, didn't I? You know what? I'll worry about that later. Moving on, let's go get ourselves into trouble. Actually, wait, let's go to the Tattoo Parlor first. Real quick, how much money do I have? Okay.
Are you daft? We'll draw the lady's gaze. If we stay here, we will.
Okay then. You see a Dabus, but something about it strikes you as odd. It has the same shock of white hair, the same greenish cast of its skin, the same pair of goat horns. Then you suddenly realize this one is walking on the ground, not floating. For some reason this makes you uneasy, and apparently it makes Anna uneasy as well, for she gives a sharp intake of breath as she catches sight of the Dabus. Anna, what's wrong? Are you daft? Anna turns to you, and you suddenly realize she's frightened. Are you so big ill to dance in the lady's shadow? You're bandying words with this one? Let's give this place the laugh before we get penned in the dead book. What's the problem? It's Fell! Anna throws a fearful glance at the creature, presumably Fell. Let's be away, eh? No good at coming being here, so it won't. Fel? In response to Aunt's Fel bows, a lone symbol appears above his head. It is blurry at first, then resolves into a white oval with a black lightning bolt through it. For some reason, you have a feeling you know this creature. He's a Dabus who's not a Dabus, eh? He walks on the ground! Anna's voice drops to a whisper and she starts trembling. No more questions. Let's just give this place a laugh, eh? Anna, no harm will come to you while I'm here. Now tell me what's wrong. Anna throws a frightened glance at Fel. Fel's a Dabus who angered her. It's said he's a Dabus who isn't a Dabus, and the time's close when the lady's gaze will fall on him, so it will. Anna, I just want to ask Fel a few questions. We'll be gone in no time. Anna grabs your arm. Please, nay, no good come of it. Anyone speak to Fel could draw the lady's gaze. I don't know what to die, I don't! To your surprise, Anna looks close to tears. Anna, no harm will come to you while I'm here. I promise. I just want to speak to him for a moment. For a minute, Anna just looks at you. Then something in your gaze seems to calm her, for she steels herself. I don't know why She shakes her head. Go on then, talk to him. I don't care. There's an undercurrent of fear in her voice. The Dabbus waits patiently, its hands tucked into its sleeves. A series of symbols materialize above its head, then dissipate and a question mark appears. Dakon, can you translate for me? Ask him. I feel like I know you, Fel. Fel bows reverently, and a stream of symbols swirl above his head, rotating clockwise then counterclockwise. It takes you a moment to translate. This is the first time and not the first time you have come to this place. What did he say, Dakon? He has split his speech with a contradiction. Dakon pauses for a moment, his black eyes swimming across the symbols. He says it is the first time you have come to him. He says this is not the first time you have come to him. Does he know who I am? Another series of symbols materialize quickly and sharply into focus above Fel's head. The translation comes to you just as quickly and sharply as the symbols themselves, and as if you had translated the exact same string many times before. Yes, but I am not permitted to tell you the story. What did he say, Dakon? You are known to him, but he cannot tell you what you want to know. Why not?
Dated my journal.
For a moment there is no response from Fel. Then a stream of rebuses is it rebuses? I'm pretty sure it is. Then a stream of rebuses appear, as if trickling out of Fel's mind. My apologies. I cannot change the nature of a man. You can't explain why, but the last sentence sends a crawling sensation through your skull. In place of an answer, he surrenders an apology for his silence. Dakon pauses for a moment, and when he speaks again, his words are like ice. He says that he cannot change the nature of a man. As Dakon repeats these words, you feel a terrible pressure in your head. That fades with the last word. Ask him what this place is. A slow train of symbols materialize around Fel's head. The symbols take several moments to resolve, starting with simple lines, then fleshing themselves out into breathtaking colors. This is where I tattoo color and life upon flesh and bone. What did he say, Dakon? He places pictures on flesh here. Tattoos. Can I see what tattoos he has available? Huh. Interesting. These built only by thieves and nameless. Some of Anna's presence must be rubbing off on you, for this tattoo allows you to call upon some of her cat-like skills and grace to hone your thief abilities. Unfortunately, it also inherits some of Anna's brashness and impulsiveness, reducing your charisma and wisdom accordingly. Okay, so these react to what I do and what party members I have with me? Seems like there are others here that are just for this, our general stuff. Okay, so the warrior. Interesting. Enhances your natural talent for combat, making you more difficult to hit. Okay. Bone Singer. Okay, so it allows someone to use Hold Undead. Okay. That's another way, I suppose, of getting that ability if I don't talk to Stale Mary. What does Ignis give? Resistant fire magic. Okay. Extra cons. Having Ignis as a companion is allowing you to see flames and madness in a different light. When this tattoo is worn, you may draw upon Ignis's fury to shrug off flame attacks and increase your constitution, making your threshold of pain that much higher. Unfortunately, since Ignis's strength lies in his madness, your wisdom is impaired when this tattoo is worn upon the skin, and your susceptibility to magical attacks increases. This tattoo can only call upon its ability to protect the wearer from flames for a limited number of times. When the tattoo's power is exhausted, however, the constitution bonus will remain. Interesting. Greater might. Okay. All sorts of random stuff. Rather pricey stuff, too. I'm gonna have to start saving up copper. With health. It looks like it's mostly focused around buffs to everything else. That's not very powerful. Now, what was that tattoo of the skull? For all Morty's faults, having as a companion makes you seem more capable and not so much of a stranger to Sigil's streets. This tattoo reinforced that bond, giving you +1 to charisma, and when invoked, it also lends you some of Morty's luck and his ability to shrug off anything that would otherwise cause him to stop talking. Okay, that's a good one. Okay. What else is here? I could have sworn. Extra dexterity. Interesting stuff. I'll have to keep this in mind later. Although I'm kind of surprised that Anna's practically panicked when we went in. I'll have to keep that in mind for later.